Good day, everyone. My name is Maria Kądzielska, and you are watching Poland Daily Culture. We're talking about daily life in Auschwitz with two our characters, writer Wiktor Krajewski and heroine Alina Dąbrowska. Madam, it's also incredible that even though you're 97 years old and you're Polish, we're able to talk about what happened in English because you speak fluently English. You learned English in prison during German occupation,
Yes.
and then later.
Yes, but I had when I started to work at the ministry, so I used my English very off. When I went to the international conferences and when I was in China or in Netherlands or some other countries, I used my English, and it was very useful for me.
Absolutely. Wiktor, back to Auschwitz, and we're talking about daily life there. And you describe also in beautiful words about a lady, Jewish lady, who was a conductor in the orchestra, who played for prisoners every morning. Her name was Alma.
Yeah, that's right.
Could you tell us a little bit more about her?
Alma was some sort of a Auschwitz star or Auschwitz celebrity, if we can use this word in this context. This was extremely popular lady in Auschwitz because orchestra and the performances were really important for the prisoners, for the people who lived in Auschwitz, because it was some sort of normal moments in their life when there was a situation when they can listen to the orchestra, to the music that they played. So there was some kind of a everyday activity that they remember from the past, from the life that they were not possible to live. And Ms. Dąbrowska told me that she was really focused on her conducting job, and it was really also popular, interesting when it comes to Alma, that one day she disappeared and they do not know what had happened to her, because she usually chose Jewish women to be a member of orchestra, and German people discovered that, and they decided, I think, to kill Alma because she did something that wasn't really helpful for them, and that she betrayed them or something like that.
What Wiktor said, it is true, because it was very nice for him. And I always waited the Sunday, because it was not every Sunday, but it was possible to go there and to listen to the beautiful music. And I remember Alma once said, "Please don't speak, because it is disturbing us. We cannot read." And really it was silence. We could hear very well all the songs, or everything which she could give us.
So she was a true artist there in Auschwitz.
But in Ms. Dąbrowska place where she lived, there was also one extremely popular, I can say, artist, writer, Seweryna Szmaglewska, that she wrote Dymy nad Birkenau, the first book on Auschwitz, where she described all the situation, what had happened there. And Ms. Dąbrowska also told me about the evening when Ms. Szmaglewska was telling some stories to all the girls living in the barracks, right? So
you mentioned the fact, I mean, right in the book that she remembered by heart the whole trilogy of Sienkiewicz, and was telling the story to them.
Yeah, and it was the first time when Ms. Dąbrowska could listen to the stories, because before the Auschwitz she didn't read
Sienkiewicz there.
Yeah, Sienkiewicz.
So it was an education in Auschwitz.
Yes, of course.
And education was extended also to French, which you fulfilled your dream, which is of course very ironical about. But you started learning French there.
I had more education in Auschwitz, because not only the languages, but the people who I met. We spoke with the people, and they came, their intelligence, they came from other, not only countries, but other from other offices. And it was very interesting to listen to them, because Pabianice was a very small town. I couldn't meet so far so many interesting people.
Well, we could say Auschwitz was very international.
It was.
It sounds absurd, but it's true. And the other thing, when we're talking about daily life there, you also say about moments when you were working on the field, and guards were not always guarding you, but they were spending time together somewhere, and you were able to sunbath on the field and just have a moment of a normal life.
I think that there was some kind of a normal life, because not only during there were people who were helpful, but there was for instance place where there were books, right? And Ms. Dąbrowska went there to choose some books to read, and we can use this normal life. But what Ms. Dąbrowska tells in this book, that even when there are a dark cloud in your life, you have to find some light spot and to create your own world. And I think that this is a very important lesson that is put into this book, that when there are some problems, so try to find some really positive things that you can find in this whole situation.
Miss Alina Dąbrowska is a person who could find the sparks of light even in such horrible place as Auschwitz, which was definitely hell on earth. She managed to survive, and also she managed to learn a lot of languages during this time and lead and live a normal life after. And being right now 97 years old, she tells us her story. So stay with us for the next episode.